Hello and welcome to HR from my shed with Julie from JG HR Solutions Limited. Today we're going to be different and we're going to talk about making a difference. So how can you make a difference to your team, your employees, which will therefore make a difference to you and your business? Well, quite easy actually. So we know there's a lot of policies and guidelines we have to have in place because legislation tells us we have to. But what else can we do for our team? How can we make a difference without waiting for legislation? There's quite a few things actually. So here's some of the things that my clients have in place or are considering. So menopause, it happens. There's a lot of us wish it didn't happen, but it does. And you know, there's over 30 symptoms of the menopause, so it can be quite hard to nail down if somebody's actually going through the transition of menopause. But if you have a policy or a guideline in place, you can actually list some of those symptoms and you can put down what support you can give as a company, and that can be opening windows, having fans, changing working hours, changing workload, changing meeting times, more breaks, lots of things. But you can also link into your website some website information where there's professional support for your team as well. So the menopause is a nice one, and it actually does work quite well with my clients. We've also got pregnancy loss. We know that there is legislation in place to support with pregnancy loss, but unfortunately that's from week 24, and we know that a lot of pregnancy loss sadly happens prior to week 24 pregnancy. So what can you do to support your team? Well, quite a few things again, but one of the main ones that we look at is, can we give some paid time off for any parent that's going through pregnancy loss at any time, at any stage of the pregnancy? The time off that you give obviously comes down to individual workplaces, but whether that'll be 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 10 days, if you have something in writing, something that your team know about, because sometimes when we go through pregnancy loss, we don't actually want to talk about it to everybody. So to know what support is there is a great help. On the same lines, we also look at IVF. We know the IVF process can be mentally and physically draining. So is there any support that we can give either parent again that's going through IVF treatment? And again, is it paid support? Is it some time off? Can they book time back off in lieu? Extra holidays? Whatever you think that you as a business can put in place. And another one I'm going to talk about is the F word. And for a change, it's not furlough, it's flexibility. You might have heard about the right to request flexibility from day one is coming in. Well, we think it's going to come in. We're not quite there yet. But don't wait for legislation. Make a difference now. Can you offer flexibility to your team? Have a look at your business. What flexibility can you offer? Is it working from home, which seems to be the common one that comes to mind straight away? Is it a change of hours? Is it lengthening your business hours? So the business might be, instead of 9 till 5, open between 8 till 6 and allow your team to come in at times that suit them. Always remembering that break times still have to be had as well. Okay, so breaks can be quite lost when you're doing flexibility. People don't tend to take as many breaks as they should, but they are important. And something else that we learned through the pandemic, hopefully, was to be kind, pay it forward, give it back, whichever way you're going to word it. Shall we see if we can try to follow that through now things are getting back to normal? As a company, can you give every employee 1 day a year paid to volunteer? And that could be for a charity, for a local boys club, social club, youth club, anything at all, you know. So can you do that as a team, as a whole business? Can you all take 1 day off a year together and make an impact? Or individually? And whichever way you do it, you know, have a look at what the charity is or what the club that you're supporting is, and through your own marketing, give them a little bit of free advertising, a little bit of free social media. And that'll be a win-win, and that will really make a difference in more ways than one. So there's a few different things that you can put in place. Have a word with your HR professional so that you get the policy right and that it's fair and consistent for everybody, and obviously in line with any legislation that's already there. So make a difference. And if you think this HR from my shed has made a difference, please like, comment and share away. And make a difference to JG HR Solutions, please. So thanks again. Take care from HR from my shed.